Hi, everybody. This is Oliver Nielsen, the CEO and founder of KPI Forge. Today, we're going to do a very short demo video around what is data analytics. I have a lot of folks ask me when I talk with them is, what do you do at KPI Forge? And in a nutshell, what we do is we take all of the data that you have in your enterprise and we put it into a format that allows you to make easier, better, and more informed decisions. One of the things that we do as part of our projects is data analytics. So I want to show you a little bit about that today. I would imagine as a business owner or as an executive or even as a developer or a business analyst, you work with data a lot. Most folks use things like Excel, spreadsheets, CSV files to do that work. And what I want to show you today is how we can take raw data that you typically see in Excel or a CSV file and put it in something that's more usable. One of the things I like to do is go out on the internet and get big data sets so I can show folks how we can work with really large data sets versus someone just working in an Excel or in a spreadsheet. One of those good things is data.gov. In this case, I've gone out and I found general ledger data from the state of Oklahoma for the last 4 years. This compromises general ledger data, all the money that the state of Oklahoma has spent in all of their line items in their general ledger over the past 4 years. This comprises about 4 million rows of data. And I want to show you what that typically looks like. So if you are working in Excel or with a CSV file, you could get some of this data and look at it in Excel or CSV. So on my screen here, you can see it's fairly raw. It's columns and rows of data. In this case, this happens to be fiscal year 2025, first quarter. So this is very recent data that they have published. But what happens if you want to take really big sets of data, 3 or 4 years worth of data? So what we want to do is consume that data and put it into a tool that we can start visualizing this data. In our case, we pull this data into a Postgres database, and we can put that on top of a business intelligence tool. In our case, we use an open source business intelligence tool called Apache Superset. So what I'm showing you here is 4 million rows of data pulled into a database. And now we can interact with that data via a visual interface. So for instance, as we're looking at all that data over the past 4 years, you can see per year, the state of Oklahoma spent $9.8 billion in 2021. They spent $14 billion in 2023. And so far, they've spent $17 billion in 2024. And there's also ways to drill into this data so that you can not only see trends of the data, but you can see within each of these things, what people are spending money on in the state of Oklahoma. So for instance, higher education is a big part of what the state spends money on. In this case, University of Oklahoma Health Sciences Center spends $2 billion over the past 3 years. Oklahoma State University, $973 million. So there's different ways we can look at this data, see trends in this data, visualize this data that is a lot easier than trying to view it in a spreadsheet. Another data set that we can share with you is this is data from a point of sale system. This is mock data for a company that doesn't really exist. But in this case, you can take sales data from a point of sale system. You can analyze it in a business intelligence tool. You can see data based on monthly sales. We can see product lines. We can see trends over years. We could drill into these, for instance, if I just wanted to see 2023, we can drill in and see that. We can see where all the sales are by country. We can also look at order details. We can drill into all of these as well. And we can see customer info. If we want to go out and find out what our best customers are in 2023 in the UK, Here is a list of our best customers. But at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is take raw data, put it into a single pane of glass so you can much easier interact with that data and make informed decisions about it. Some of the next things we'll talk about is blending data, where we take data not only from a point of sale system, but possibly from an HR system, an accounting system, many things, and blend it together so that you can use that data all on one single pane of glass and see how all the data relates. Thanks for your time today, and stay tuned for more informational videos so you can understand more about data analytics.